The 7 anti-Stoic habits that lurk in our daily lives. The great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Drawing inspiration from Marcus Aurelius, we're reminded of how our thoughts shape our reality and well-being. Much like the influence of the company we keep can profoundly impact our journey, certain habits can silently steer us away from the Stoic path. Now I ask you to be strong, because at this moment many thoughts will appear in your head to make you distracted and not watch the video until the end. Be strong and courageous, stay until the end. Today, we will delve into the 7 anti-Stoic habits that might lurk in our daily lives and explore ways to reclaim our Stoic direction and inner peace. Habit 1. Complaining about things outside your control. Imagine being at a picnic where everyone is enjoying themselves. The sun is shining, the food is great, and then suddenly clouds gather and it begins to rain. While most would pack up and move inside, finding joy in the change and savoring the smell of rain, there will be a few who'd let this unexpected turn ruin their day, complaining about the weather, the bad luck, or their ruined outfits. This is a classic example of being affected by things beyond our control. Life, much like the weather, is unpredictable, and while we can't control the events that occur, we certainly can control our reactions to them. Stoicism is rooted in understanding and internalizing the difference between things we can change and those we can't. The act of complaining, especially about things beyond our grasp, is a futile exercise that saps our energy and time. It also leads to a perpetual state of discontent. In a real-world setting, consider the workplace. We all have encountered colleagues who spend considerable time lamenting over decisions made by higher-ups or changes in company policies, rather than adapting and finding ways to work with the new parameters. Not only does this constant complaining affect their productivity and peace of mind, but it also creates a negative environment for those around them. To combat this anti-Stoic behavior, we can heed the wisdom of Epicurus, who asked, "Is this something that is or is not in my control?" When faced with such situations, instead of voicing discontent, a more Stoic approach would be to ask, "How can I adapt to this?" or "What can I learn from this situation?" By doing so, we reclaim our power and maintain our inner peace, ensuring that we remain unmoved by external events, no matter how unpredictable they might be. Habit 2. Seeking external validation. Picture yourself working on a project for weeks, pouring your heart and soul into it. Once complete, instead of feeling proud of your accomplishment, you find yourself constantly checking for likes, comments, or any form of acknowledgement on social media. Or perhaps you've bought a new outfit, and instead of wearing it because it makes you feel confident, you're seeking compliments to validate your choice. In our digital age, this need for external validation is amplified. Social media platforms thrive on our human desire for affirmation, making it easy to fall into the trap of quantifying our self-worth with metrics like followers, likes, or shares. However, this is a shaky foundation to build one's self-esteem upon, as these numbers are fleeting and often influenced by factors out of our control. Practically speaking, relying on external validation is like being on a seesaw. One day you're up because of the praise and attention, and the next you're plummeting down due to a lack of it or, worse, criticism. This volatile emotional roller coaster prevents us from having a consistent sense of self-worth and peace. The Stoic approach would be to find validation from within. Stoicism teaches us that self-worth should be anchored in our virtues, actions, and personal growth, rather than the fickle opinions of others. As Epicurus wisely stated, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This means that the true measure of our worth isn't the praise or criticism we receive from others, but how we evaluate and feel about our own actions and decisions. To embody this Stoic principle, the next time you find yourself seeking validation from external sources, pause and reflect. Why do I need this validation? Am I proud of my actions or decisions? If the answer is yes, then that alone should be enough. Remember, while feedback can be useful for growth, your self-worth should come from within, rooted in your actions, intentions, and integrity, rather than the ever-changing opinions of the world around you. Habit 3. being a slave to your emotions. Picture yourself at a family gathering where a relative, perhaps unintentionally, makes a remark about a choice you've recently made, whether it's a new job, relationship, or even a lifestyle change. That comment stings, and a whirlwind of emotions rises within you: anger, defensiveness, or sadness. Before you realize it, you might snap back with a hurtful comment, creating tension for everyone present. Was that outburst really the best response? This is a prime example of being overtaken by emotions. Emotions, in their essence, are neither good nor bad. They are innate human responses that provide valuable insights into our state of mind and how we perceive our surroundings. However, becoming a slave to these emotions, allowing them to dictate our actions unchecked, can lead to regrettable decisions and strained relationships. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of recognizing our emotions without being consumed by them. Marcus Aurelius eloquently puts it as: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This Stoic teaching reminds us that while we may not have control over the initial emotional reaction to a situation, we certainly have control over our subsequent actions. So, the next time you're confronted with a surge of emotion, whether it's due to a friend's comment, a situation at work, or any other trigger, take a moment, breathe, and ask yourself, is my immediate reaction to this emotion the best course of action? Will it lead to harmony or further discord? By practicing this pause and introspection, you cultivate emotional resilience, ensuring that your reactions align with your values and not just fleeting feelings. Adopting this Stoic approach enables you to navigate through life's varied challenges with a sense of equilibrium, ensuring you act not out of impulsive emotion but from a place of reason, thought, and wisdom. Habit 4. Pursuit of excess pleasure. Imagine walking into a grand feast. The table is laden with an array of sumptuous dishes, decadent desserts, and an endless flow of drinks. While it's tempting to indulge without restraint, by the evening's end, the initial euphoria might be replaced with feelings of discomfort or regret. Such is the trap of excessive pleasure. Life offers a multitude of pleasures, from delicious foods to luxurious experiences. While enjoying them is part of the human experience, becoming entrapped in the cycle of constantly seeking more can lead to a sense of emptiness. The transient joy these pleasures provide can often mask a void, diverting us from seeking deeper, more meaningful sources of contentment. Seneca's profound observation, "Slavery resides under marble and gold," serves as a reminder that being excessively attached to materialistic pleasures can blind us, ironically restricting our freedom. It's as if we become chained to a treadmill, forever chasing the next source of fleeting happiness. Take the modern allure of technology, for instance. The thrill of purchasing the latest smartphone is undeniable, but how often does that thrill wane, only to be reignited by the announcement of a newer model? Similarly, consider the culture of binge-watching shows. It's enjoyable in the moment, but does it truly offer long-lasting satisfaction? To navigate this, it's beneficial to cultivate an attitude of moderation. Before diving headlong into the next indulgence, pause and reflect. Is this pursuit adding value to my life, or am I merely seeking a temporary high? Such introspection helps in distinguishing between what genuinely enriches our lives and what merely offers a momentary escape. By ensuring our desires align with long-term well-being rather than transient highs, we position ourselves to experience a deeper, more sustained sense of joy and fulfillment. Habit 5. Living in the past. Imagine sitting on your porch on a beautiful evening, but instead of enjoying the sunset, your mind is miles away, tangled in a web of past events. Maybe it's a mistake you made, an opportunity you missed, or a memory of someone you once knew. While everyone occasionally reminisces, getting anchored in the past can prevent you from fully living in the present. Dwelling on past events, especially those filled with regret or sorrow, can be like walking through life with a heavy backpack. It burdens you, slows you down, and prevents you from seeing the opportunities and beauty right in front of you. Every time you replay a past event, you give it power, allowing it to occupy valuable mental real estate that could be better used for the present. Epicurus, one of the renowned Stoic philosophers, said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." This means our suffering often isn't because of past events themselves, but because of our continued focus and interpretation of them. Consider the story of two old friends reuniting after many years. One laments over the past, over chances not taken and relationships lost. The other, however, speaks of lessons learned, gratitude. Habit 6. Procrastination. Procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing a task or set of tasks. It's a common human tendency, but it can be a major obstacle to success. When we procrastinate, we're essentially saying that we don't value the task at hand. We're also telling ourselves that we're not capable of completing it. This can lead to a cycle of self-doubt and low self-esteem. Stoicism teaches us that we should focus on the present moment and take action on the things that are within our control. When we procrastinate, we're essentially giving up control of our lives. To overcome procrastination, we need to first understand the reasons why we do it. Are we afraid of failure? Are we overwhelmed by the task? Once we understand the root cause, we can start to develop strategies to overcome it. Here are a few tips for overcoming procrastination. Break down large tasks into smaller, more manageable ones. Set deadlines for yourself and stick to them. Find a partner or accountability group to help you stay on track. Reward yourself for completing tasks on time. Habit 7. Expecting perfection. Nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. However, some people set unrealistic expectations for themselves, which can lead to disappointment and frustration. Stoicism teaches us that we should accept things for what they are, imperfections and all. We should also focus on our progress, not our perfection. When we expect perfection, we're setting ourselves up for failure. We're also more likely to be critical of ourselves and others. To overcome the expectation of perfection, we need to first accept that we're human and that we will make mistakes. We should also focus on our progress, not our perfection. Here are a few tips for overcoming the expectation of perfection. Set realistic goals for yourself. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Anti-Stoic habits are common in everyday life. However, by identifying them and developing strategies to overcome them, we can become more resilient, happy, and satisfied people. If you want to learn more about Stoicism, subscribe to my channel. I share weekly videos about philosophy, psychology, and personal development. Thank you for your attention. Shalom.